Good morning, everybody. Sa ni ni da ma da ni da ma ga ma ga ma da ni sa sa ni da da ni sa ni da da ni da ma da ma ga ma ga sa ma da 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 ni ma da ni sa ni da ma da ni da maga madani. Ha, good morning. Welcome, Harita.
Hi Rohini, what a beautiful start you gave to the opening of the fourth day of Maya Utsova and Maya Katha.
Yes, because today is all about music, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yesterday we had a terrific performances, stupendous performances on the dance theme by amazing storytellers. I'm still in that trance, so I just wanted to break it and come out of it with a beautiful musical swara from my favorite raga Hindola.
Wow, it was so beautiful to listen to it. And today, the
Yes.
theme of Maya Katha's Maya Utsava is music.
Oh,
Music. Music gives soul to the universe and wings to the mind. Isn't it true, Rohini?
exactly, exactly. It is a
And,
translation, in fact, a translation of the soul, in fact.
and Maya Katha is not complete without stories on music. And today we are going to have storytellers performing us stories based on the theme of music. And it's
Excellent,
time we
excellent.
welcome our first storyteller of the day, Srividya Veeraraghavan. She is a
Oh,
fantastic storyteller, a professional storyteller. She runs a storytelling venture of her own called Story Train, where she believes in the power of oral storytelling and the change that it can bring in. She is a
ex-
complete storyteller for all ages. And without no further delay, let's welcome the first storyteller of the day, Srividya Veeraraghavan.
welcome, Srividya Veeraraghavan, ma'am.
Thank you, Rohini. Thank you, Harita. Such a lovely singing, Rohini.
Thank you
It's
so
lovely
much.
to be part of Maya Katha, Meera's initiative, and it's like a beautiful team of yours. So let's start today's morning with a beautiful story. Yes. So
Hmm.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hope everyone have joined in. I hope we're going to have the next 20 minutes or so with a lot of music and a lot of energy and a bit of strong story. Yeah.
Of course. And Srividya, ma'am, the screen is all yours, ma'am. We would be backstage listening to your beautiful story.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
ஹலோ வணக்கம் ஹே தொட்டுக்கட ஓரத்திலே தோடு ஒன்னாங்க தோடு ரெண்டாங்க தோடு முன்னாங்க வாங்க சொன்னேன் சிஞ்சா 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 அத வாரி வித்தாங்க வரவ எச்சாங்க மடிச்சீரிஞ்சாங்க பாரேன் போங்க அத வாரி வித்தாங்க வரவ எச்சாங்க மடிச்சீரிஞ்சாங்க பாரேன் போங்க. It's a story about a young man and a woman. They were in love with each other so much that they really wanted to spend their life together. They wanted to get married. And to get married, approval of the elders is a must, right? So they sought after the approval of their elders, but not like the typical format. The village that they lived had a very peculiar custom. A custom which stated that if a man and a woman they wish to get married, has to get the approval of the elders of the entire village, not just verbally asking, but through action. Yes, they are supposed to build a home, not appointing a maestri, not appointing a contractor, but by their own hands, they must build a home. And the walls being built, the windows being laid, even the doors being set, but the roof must be left open. So this was the kind of a peculiar custom in that village. And the man and this woman were so ready to go ahead with the custom. Yeah. So they started looking around places where they could build their small, beautiful home, full of sweet, full of love. देखा मैंने देखा है ये एक सपना, फूलों के शहर में है घर अपना, क्या समा है तू कहाँ है, मैं आई 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 आजा, देखो मैंने देखा है ये एक सपना. So the man started looking around the place. फूलों के शहर में है घर अपना. So he started looking around here and there, and finally they found a good place just at the corner of the village. A piece of a small land. Na 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 na. क्या समा है तू कहाँ है. The girl came running. मैं आई आजा. So they both together started to build a home. They got clay. They got some straw and a bit of water. They mixed it with their hands with so much of love. The whole air was now vibrating with their love and energy. And with love, they mixed it, and then they made bricks out of it. They kept the bricks, and then one by one, as the women made the brick, the man took the brick and then kept it on the ground, one after the other. They kept laying the bricks one over the other, and slowly, beautifully, they started making their home. The wall was set. They kept small windows. With bamboo stick, they laid the window grills, and the straw that was, kind of peeping out from the clay in the walls. They took the vegetable paint, and then they painted the wall. They painted the bird, they painted the tree, and they even drew a lot of animals and children pictures on the wall. The wall seemed so much of color, but not just with the vegetable color, but also the color of their heart. The man and the woman who had made this walls, this home with so much of love, with so much of attention. And with all these things, can you expect? When there is true love and when there is true intention, the universe is there to support. The universe is there to bless. So why not the elders, right? So the entire village elders started to look around, and the elders were so impressed by the love and affection these couple were showing that they immediately, without any surprise, they immediately wanted to approve their relationship. So they went ahead and they went and brought bamboo sticks. Now, as I told you, the couple were not supposed to lay the roof. The roof was supposed to be open. So the elders brought bamboo sticks. Few of them brought the palm leaves, and one by one they put a ladder onto the wall. They climbed, they laid the bamboo sticks one after the other. They tied it with a rope of coconut fiber, and then they laid the palm leaves over the bamboo sticks, making the roof. The roof was set and the home was complete. And so the man and the woman could marry each other. It was a gala wedding. Everyone came, everyone blessed, and the man and the woman were so happy in the entire world. The magic was in the air. The newly married couple, it was so much of fun. Everything seemed rosy. Everything seemed perfect. Everything seemed so beautiful and so correct that they spent their days singing. Chinna chinna veedu hatti, singara veedu hatti, chinna chinna sana vechu, singara veedu hatti, singara veetukulle sittu onnu pesudana, sittu tharum sathamalla, adu sittu tharum sathamalla, en chella machan sathamadi, na 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 na. All the time the singing happened in their house. You can also join and sing along with me. Chinna chinna janna vechu, chinna chinna janna vechu, singara veedu hatti, singara veedu hatti, singara veetukulle sittu onnu pesudana, சிட்டுத்தார சத்தமல்ல, அது சிட்டுத்தார சத்தமல்ல, என் செல்ல மச்சான் சத்தமடி. So they kept singing and everything was so merrier and so magical and everything was so correct. That dosa, burnt, no problem. Tea, no sugar, no problem. House not clean, no problem at all. Bathroom dirty, no problem at all. That was their life. No problem with each other, no complaints with each other. What a perfect couple, right? But the days started to turn into months. And as it took turn into months, the rosy clouds started to fade. Slowly but steadily, they started to fade and the cloud of the grey color started to be shown. The bathroom's dirt was seen. The dosa's burned hole was noticed. The dirty house was taken observation. Yes, you got it right. So everything started to get one or the other complaint. So but dosa is like not like my mother. And can't you clean the bathroom? But I have to keep doing all the work the entire day. What, you're always spending time with your friends, you're not spending time with me. And this and that and this. I'm sure some of you at least can relate to the dialogues that is happening between this man and the woman, right? So slowly, steadily, the words turned into arguments, and the arguments within few months started to turn into quarrel. You got it right? Quarrel. Sunday கோழி மாதிரி ரெண்டு பேரும் சண்டை போடுவாங்க. Both of them will start fighting with each other for this or that reason. But still their love was kind of there, Then they will fight and then they will look at each other and they'll say, okay, sorry. Things were going on, okay. But at the end of, say, around 6-7 months or so, there was a pressure in the husband's, work. He had to go out into the farm and do some work, but he had some kind of external pressure. And the woman at home, she used to be very, she used to take care of the home, cook and all that. But during the afternoon times when the man was out for work, she would go out and meet the neighbor ladies. And they will all chit-chat about the stories of the other house and that house and that house and that house. Correct? So that was becoming a kind of a routine for both of them. That one fine day, that was boiling, that kind of a tension that was boiling up. One fine evening, when the man returned very tired, he was already in so much of tension. And as he entered, he saw the women still sitting along with the neighborhood ladies and chit-chatting. That's it. His eyes became red. He scolded her. Hey, what are you doing? Just outside the house, he started scolding her. Now the neighborhood ladies looked at her and said, wow, poor lady. The spice being added to the tension. Immediately the lady also took that energy, pavam energy, and with a pavam look looked at the husband and said, I'm coming. And she went inside. Inside, just when they closed the door, immediately everybody could hear the sounds of thunder, dhamal, dhimil, dhamal, the voice, the words, what not. Hey, your people are like that. Your people are like that. You did it. You did it. That day I came and you did not. You did that. You did. Blah, 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 blah. So much of talk and so much of fight. So much so that, and the man was so hungry. He was so hungry that his stomach cramp took onto his hand and he gave her a nice slap. As she got the slap for the first time on her cheeks, she fell to the ground and started to Cried. My life is gone. I married a wrong man. My mother told me not to marry him. All these stories started to come out from internally. All the stored stories that are cell-based stories that are stored here with experiences started to come out. That's it. Both of them started to fight. And then within 3-4 days, the fight became so fierce that they actually brought the fight from inside the home to the outside. And onto the outside, to the streets, they came with holding, she was holding a kind of a pan to hit him. I mean, of course, yeah, come on. Yeah, they also hit her. There are women who hit husbands, yes. So she was holding a pan and this man was holding her hair. And there was so much of physical harassment happening from both the sides, yeah. And also verbal harassment. They were all even talking to, they were kind of putting words onto each other's mouth. All was happening. And as the fight came onto the street, you can imagine how much of free entertainment the others will get. Neighbors, all of them surrounded them. They made a circle and it was like an amphitheater. Just in the middle, you have the man and the woman. Tap, 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 tap. Dum, 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 dum. Adju, adamal, adika. This bomb, that bomb, this word, that word, everything was happening and that entertainment was super. Not even the children were left alone. And they also climbed the tree and on the top of the branch they were looking because that was a good sight for them. That view was very good. So they had to watch from there. So it was so much of fun for everyone to watch. And even the relatives, the elders also came around. They also were standing behind. And there were ladies, that women's side relatives. And that was man's relatives. Both of them were there behind. So they were also taking sides. They also have to give some inputs, no? So much of talking, so much of words, and the man was getting exhausted with the words that he had. The woman was exhausted with the stories that she had to share. All was happening. So to support this whole scene, there were the man's relatives started to pour in few words. Hey, this girl, and the ladies, the girls' side, the women's side also started to give some inputs. She got married to the wrong man, all that kind of talks and this and that and that. And as already the fire was fuming, it was and there was oil, there was ghee, there was even some campfire, this karpura that was also lit by the other standing behind, right? So it was kind of burning and their anger was getting even more and they both started to shout at each other, beating each other. And the lady, the girl, she's like crying. And the scene was so much pathetic between the man and the woman. But for the others, it was an entertainment. It was a thing they were waiting to watch for some time now, right? So, but this man and the woman were so much empathetic. And then this was the love that they had for each other was somewhat getting hidden within the grey clouds. तड़प तड़प के इस दिल से आह निकलती रहे तुझको सजा दी प्यार की ऐसा क्या गुनाह किया तो लुट गए हम तेरी मोहब्बत में. So there was so much of pain inside the heart of the man and the woman. तड़प तड़प के इस दिल से आह निकलती रहे तुझको सजा दी प्यार की ऐसा क्या गुनाह किया तो लुट गए हम तेरी मोहब्बत में. So as I was saying, slowly there came a real cloud of thunder. Suddenly the whole sky was filled with dark clouds. It was supposed to get rain. So few of them were standing behind, understood, and they left back to their houses. And then there came a thunder, a lightning, thum. And the few of them who were also standing at the other sides, they also left, leaving few others just on the sides of the man and the woman. Within few minutes, the thunder, the lightning turned to be a fierce raindrops. And as it started to rain, the men and the women and the children on the tree, they also went back to their home to take care of their own business. Living, the man and the women alone. And as this water, this raindrop drenched the man and the women, as if it was kind of silencing their anger, their fire. And as it kind of drenched them, their eyes kind of looked around. Both of them saw that the whole field was empty, leaving only they both alone. Then they looked up together. It was a thunderstorm, it was a heavy rain that was there. They looked at each other. No words, only eyes. And they stretched their hands. They held it together. As if, why did we fight? Let's protect our home. And then they went back inside their home, closing the door. The walls, the painted walls, showing the animals, the birds, and the beautiful flowers. The walls which are getting on the rain. They held the walls and the roof carefully and held one hand with each other. Said, we will be together. We shall not fight again. And then they lived happily ever after, singing. சின்ன சின்ன ஜன்னல் வச்சு சின்ன சின்ன ஜன்னல் வச்சு சிங்கார வீடு கட்டி சின்ன சின்ன ஜன்னல் வச்சு சிங்கார வீடு கட்டி சிங்கார வீட்டுக்குள்ளே சிட்டு ஒண்ணும் பேசுதனா சிட்டு தர சத்தம் அல்ல அது சிட்டு தர சத்தம் அல்ல என் செல்ல மச்சான் சத்தமடி From that time onwards, there was only music in the air, there was only love in the air, there was only understanding in the air, there was only beautiful positive words in the air. And then the life went merrily ever after. Like this. Tani 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 na. Tani 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 na. Tani 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 na. So that was the story about this man and the woman who lived their life with understanding and with proper communication. Thank you so much. You were watching Srividya Veeraraghavan. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That was an awesome performance. We got transported into a different world with your songs, your facial gestures. We were totally amazed by your performance. Thanks a lot for joining us, ma'am.
Thank you
Exactly,
so
ma'am.
much.
In fact, every word of yours, every line of the story, somewhere or the other, we could relate to our own life experiences. That was really beautiful. And it was so natural. The story was so natural. Every human being can relate every sentence, or some or the other things they can pick up, and they can go back to their past or imagine about their future, those who are unmarried, in fact.
Yes, the story was a strong message in itself.
And such a beautiful musical lines that you have used, as the interludes throughout the story was amazing, ma'am. That was beautiful. Really loved it. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for taking your time and being on our show during this Maya Katha Fest. Thank you so much. So, audience,
Thank you so much. Best wishes.
Yes. So, audience, did you all love the story of Srividya Veeraraghavan? Yes, in fact, we really loved it, right? What do you say, Harita?
Yes, I totally agree to you, Rohini. I was just mesmerized with her action, songs, and the entire story in itself.
Exactly. And audience, stay tuned. We will be back in a moment again with another amazing story. By amazing
stories on musical theme.
Yes, exactly. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.